This is a spoiler-full video. If you have not seen Superman, go watch in theater, then come back and come theorize with me. Do not get mad when I break this plot down. This is way too loud. Hold on. This is gonna be my entire thoughts on Superman, right? So the plot of the movie is Superman is in year 3 of his career, and he is now being tested to the max by interfering with a very political situation. He saves the day, but at the cost of ruining his rep. People are questioning why is he doing things his own way, this, that, and the third. Lex Luthor is behind it, obviously. I want to keep it 1,000. I love this movie. From the very beginning, all the way to the end. If you've ever read a comic book, and I have some in the closet I might go get, right? A comic book is very fast. Like, if you've ever read the, what's it called? If you've ever read a comic book, you know the panels are very fast. Nothing is really drawn out in a comic. It's very dramatic, switching in tones all the time. You know, characters could be having a conversation. There could be a fight going on in the background on some like anime type beat at the same time. This is literally Superman. David Cornsweet. He is the biggest person in the room at all times in this film. I don't know why he's talking about that. Bro, he looks like Superman in stature. It is so awesome to watch. And I want to talk about James Gunn's directing style. A lot of people don't like how wacky James Gunn's characters are, the jokes. They don't like the essence of comics, basically. Which is fine. You don't have to like it. I don't think James Gunn is the greatest director in the world. But for this movie, his direction style works. All the conservative Snyder fans hate this movie. It's because none of them are comic book fans. This movie is gonna establish what is a comic book fan and what is a superhero fan to me. I feel like if you're watching Marvel movies, and that's no disrespect to no Marvel fans, some companies just do it differently. I feel like if you are a superhero movie fan, you probably watch more Marvel movies. But if you pay attention to comics, Superman's gonna matter the most. The argument of Superman being woke is insane. Niggas don't read comics. All comics are woke. They present ideas about truth and justice. You niggas are idiots. Shut up. Shut up. I hate that so much. Yeah, exactly, because he's an immigrant. He's dead ass an alien. Niggas was debating on Twitter about crypto belonging in the movie. My nigga, it's Superman. It's supposed to be corny. It's supposed to be fun. Are you fucking stupid? Like, I don't get it. But that's besides the point, right? Crypto is the best part of this movie. Every scene he just adds to it. He does not take away. It does make a lot of fights unserious, but his team ups with Superman are the best, probably in the film, outside of the Justice Gang. Shout out to the Justice Gang. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Superman's whistle being the thing that connects them is awesome. And I ain't gonna lie, the cameos in this movie were fire. If you have not seen Peacemaker, please watch it. Do yourself a favor. He appears in the movie, and Peacemaker's my guy. I love John Cena. Seeing him in the movie by itself was fire. I'm gonna be honest. Seeing him in the movie was fire. All comics are woke. Every single comic book character with Republican values is portrayed negatively. Yes, that is, nigga, Peacemaker's dad. Anyway, I don't listen to those people. They're stupid. Anyway, what was I saying? Crypto. Niggas was on Twitter crying, bitching, hate farming. Should crypto be in the movie? What should crypto be? It's an alien dog, my nigga. What? I don't. Why are we arguing about this? Think about this. We are watching a movie about a guy in trunks who makes people feel good because of the hope he brings. You niggas is stupid. Anyway, who else appeared in this movie? Biggest spoiler of the movie. Click off the stream now if you don't want to hear it. Supergirl appears. and she appears, bro. Supergirl, her part of the movie is gonna be the beginning set of the next movie. The way she's introduced and how she takes Krypto back with her. I'm excited for that. I have the Supergirl comic. Hold on, I can actually go get it right now. If you want to actually get into all this, hold on. So, James Gunn, he said, this is the let's get straight to it. I'm not gonna lie. Supergirl, the movie is gonna be based off of this comic. I bought the omnibook or omnibus because I want to read it before it drops. But this is supposed to be the story they're adapting. I'm so excited, bro. I'm excited. And Superman supposedly is based off All-Star Superman. Let's talk about theories. Oh, if you want to know my rating, Superman is a 9 out of 10. I don't think you could get more comic booky than this. This is what I've been asking for in DC. I said verbatim on TikTok, just do Justice League Unlimited. Why not? Except add Maxwell Lord. And Maxwell Lord should be like the sleazy businessman of the Justice League, and they have to get rid of him because he's not a good guy. That will be fire. Anyway, what's it called? The way the camera would follow so much aura? Yes, the camera work in the movie is fantastic. If you like Top Gun, Maverick, any of those those type movies, it feels like that, but superheroes. Bro, David Cornsweet saved a squirrel in the middle of a fight. Nigga. Bro, the Terrific Gang kills people. And this nigga's Superman. Bro. A kaiju attacks the city, right? And Superman's taking it out, trying to keep people safe, doing it the right way. Doing it how like a real hero would. No killing, just stopping him and trying to get him off the planet. This nigga runs into the Justice Gang, Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl, and Guy Gardner. He starts talking to Mr. Terrific and is like, bro, we're gonna talk about Mr. Terrific in a minute. Starts talking to Mr. Terrific like, bro, okay, so how can we not hurt him and this, that, and the third? And Mr. Terrific looks at this nigga like, are you serious, bro? And they blow open the kaiju's stomach and kill it. Oh my God, that was hard. Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. The best scene in the movie, bro, was the Russian roulette scene. So Superman gets trapped inside of a pocket dimension, which we're gonna talk about that in a second. I'm doing a theories. This is my brain is everywhere. If you can't follow, I'm sorry. This is my first time doing this. I'm just trying to give y'all my thoughts. I'm excited about Superman. I'm excited about DC. This is my favorite brand. I want to see all things. Like I'm really one of them ones. I watch comic videos. I do nothing but deep dive. Anyway, Lex Luthor. Him crying at the end of the movie because everybody took Superman's side. Nigga. That shit was funny. Bro, the whole movie. First of all, this is the first time we've ever got a genuinely corny country Superman. The beginning of the movie, when he goes back to the Fortress of Solitude with Krypto, that nigga hits this nigga Krypto with a, come on, dude. Holy gosh. Shout out Superman for that. But Lex Luthor, knowing all of Superman's moves, Lex Luthor tearing a fabric in space just to get at Superman and then abandoning. What the hey, man? Yeah, that shit was funny. But Lex Luthor tearing a hole in the fabric and space of time, which we're gonna talk about in a second, and making Superman decide to save the people was fire. Ultraman, I want him to be Bizarro. I think the black hole he fell into is gonna be Bizarro World. And if not, we're gonna talk about theories in a second. But I love this movie. I don't know how to explain it any other way. All of the characters are great. Mr. Terrific's fight scene, nigga, that's how Batman should be. Just as cool, not as techie, but the creativity of the fight is my entire point. Show how these street level characters could fight like real people. Dude, please, if there's anything we pick up from this, give Batman the same skill set, if not better. That's all I ask. I'm being honest. Mr. Terrific. Favorite character in the movie by far. Nigga, all day I've been saying out loud, you brought that dog, man. That's I think it's from the commercial. But that is true. Krypto is a menace, but he's fire. His team ups with Superman are fire. Alright. That's my brain. All the things I could think of that I really loved about the movie. Other than just how bright it was, I'm tired of the cold, like, depressing look of certain comic book movies. And I'm just tired of certain ways comic book movies look. The Marvel movies look good, but at the same time, they all have, like, the same kind of tone. Not tone, but just visually, they all look kind of the same. I appreciate the differentiation of the DCU, like how it looked like a comic come into life. Okay, let's talk about theories. So this chapter is called Gods and Monsters, and in the comics there's a version of this called All-Star Frontier. And All-Star Frontier is a comic based in the 60s where every hero is more cynical and they kill people. What's it called? In that comic, All-Star Frontier is a comic that leads to this point where this island is called the Center. The Center is a dinosaur island. What's it called? That was living on Earth for a while, and a cult wakes it up. They're saying Lanterns is gonna be the key piece that unlocks that. But anyway, this chapter specifically, Superman the movie, if you were paying attention, the entire movie was asking the question, what's it called? The entire arc, I think, is gonna ask the question, what does it mean to even be a hero? Or what does it mean to be human, really? Superman's question was like, they were saying because he's an alien, he can't be human. But when faced with challenges just like a human, he hurts. He's a man. You feel me? Like, it's the first part in being a man. Like, what does it mean to be human? I think for the DCU Batman, if we're tackling these topics of humanity, the DCU Batman specifically should get like a father-esque question. I think that he should take place right after the death of Jason Todd. And he should be raw and rugged, right? And then he gets Damian dropped into his life, because we know Damian's gonna be in the movie. And it should be Batman being raw and rugged, but watching his son almost kill somebody, and it changes his mind about how he should be Batman. Like, it should be, what does it mean to be a good man? What does it mean to be a father? You feel me? I think that should be the question of his movie if we're talking about morals in this chapter. If we're asking the question of what does it mean to be human? The Flash, it's not confirmed, but we know we're getting a Flash movie. The Flash specifically, the comic, the Batman movie, is based off kind of like that in a way. Word. I think for The Flash, since we know we're getting Wally West a part of the Justice League, I think Wally West, his first movie should be him being a womanizer, a man who can't commit. Like, he's a real messy guy. He has 6 different relationships. You feel me? He should be a sleazeball, but like charismatic. He's not an asshole. He just ended up in relationships with women. And I think he should meet, I don't know who Wally West's wife is, so I'm not gonna speak on that, but he should meet her. And by the end of the movie, he should be more open to the idea of being monogamous, right? And that's the question of the Flash's arc should be, what does it mean to be a better man? What does it mean to, to love somebody? That would be interesting. That's humanity. That's human. We're already getting a New Gods series, and the New Gods is all about, asking those questions. Why can't the Flash be a part of that? For Martian Manhunter, he should come to Earth and try to assimilate. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do a movie over or a TV show over, but his entire overarching series should be some kind of, it should be the reverse of Superman. Everybody accepts Superman, but they don't really accept Martian Manhunter. And he should be able to get more comfortable in that way. Like, yeah, he's different, but he's also human. Supergirl should also be a version of that. But all of these stories should have an arc of what does it mean to be human in different aspects, is my entire point. I think Wally West Flash should be more taking the mantle of something you weren't ready for than trying to find your way and accept what you're given. But I would fuck with that. Imagine we get the what happened to Barry Allen story with Eobard Thawne comes back and Wally realizes something's wrong and now he has to take the mantle from Eobard Thawne or something crazy. I would fuck with that. What does it mean? Legacy. The question is legacy. What is a legacy? Good, great fucking point in the chat. Anyway, enough theme stuff. That's just my idea. If Gods and Monsters is about what does it mean to be human, each character should take something from their lore, and we should be asking the question, what does it even mean to be this character? Batman asks, what is a father? Wally West is, what is legacy? Thank you for helping me with that. Cyborg, I'm not saying he should get a movie, but let's say he does. He's half technological being. He's basically a Frankenstein. Whatever the lesson is in Frankenstein, what up, Arthur? Whatever the Frankenstein questions are, and that book should be integrated into Cyborg because he is half human. Right? Okay. Next, let's talk about stuff I actually want to see. Because of the comic book bookiness of this, I honestly feel like anything can happen. Let's talk about Ultraman. Ultraman was a Superman clone, right? And he got sucked into the black hole. If I am reading James Gunn correctly, he wants to do Bizarro. Bizarro takes place in an alternate universe, which is what black holes can lead you to, right? You got it ready for it? 9 out of 10. I fucking love that movie. If you like the Superman animated series, you need to go watch it. The whole movie is a 2-hour version of the cartoon. I'm not trolling. I think we're just basically getting Justice League Unlimited, but in live action. Anyway, what's it called? If y'all noticed in the pocket dimension of where he got sucked into, there was a lot of cube stuff. The stuff that Superman got stuck in. I think the cube stuff is going to build the opposite Earth that is Bizarro. I don't know what the planet is called, but I know it's opposite Earth. And Ultraman will be the Superman there. I think we're getting a Bizarro, if I had to take a guess. If we don't, I won't be upset, but I would love to see a storyline with the Outsiders where Red Hood has to kill his friend because he's mentally insane. You feel me? That's what happens in the comics. In Red Hood, the Outsiders, he kills Bizarro because he's so mentally far gone. You know what I'm saying? That could be the rated R version of whatever Marvel has. Marvel has Deadpool, we have Red Hood. Even though they're not the same thing, but it'd be rated R. That's my whole point. Right? We're getting a Teen Titans movie. They confirm we're getting a Teen Titans movie, but it's gonna be a Damian Wayne-led Teen Titans. If that's the case, I want to see Justice League versus Teen Titans. I want Trigon in the mix. You feel me? And I want my problem is I wanted the Dick-led Teen Titans because they could have done a story with Slade, then to Blackfire where they go into space, and then the ultimate finale is a Trigon story. Would that not be fire, chat? That would be fire. I don't know any stories with Damian Wayne, but that's because I'm not a fan of him. Because of Injustice, I have a very negative opinion on him. Maybe the movies will change my mind. But that's what I wanted. But since we're not, I think we're going to get a Justice League and Teen Titans movie. I cannot see why we wouldn't. Justice League versus Teen Titans. Why not? I want to see a Legion of Doom. Because of how Lex Luthor is, he's an extreme hater of Superman. I want him to team up with every Justice Leaguer's arch nemesis. I'm talking about the person that's given them the most trouble in each of their movies, and they form their own Legion of Evil Super Friends or the Injustice League. Would that not be fire? Why not? I want to see Damian learn how to work with others. His story is usually like that. He's a brat with music. That's how I think him being a brat though will be perfect for Batman to learn to get over Jason's death. That's why I think Batman should be raw and rugged, and he should witness Damian Wayne almost kill somebody to then change his perspective on losing Jason. And he becomes more like, this is a second opportunity. You feel me? And that's how we get into the being a good father figure role. I've always liked the Dick Grayson version of the Titans say better. No cap, because how it's been Parallax. I wonder how the DCU is going to handle each Lantern Corps. Okay, let's talk about that. So, Lanterns is supposed to be Hal and John John Stewart. They go into the Midwest and find a giant secret. There's only two options because it connects to the main plot of the story. And I'm gonna give it a bean. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the cult that wants to revive the center, which is a part of the Gods and Monsters comic, which is a giant dinosaur island. I just explained it in the beginning part of this. But let's just say, for example, they don't do it, and Kyle Chandler gets to become Parallax. I would like that because then we could do the Blackest Night. I would love for Kyle, personally, I know this is not accurate to Hal's character and it rewrites who he is, but I would love for the Justice League to have to fight a former companion for the very first movie. Why not? Would that not be fire? Parallax is strong as hell. That would be fire to me. Hey, Cam, thanks for being calling your reply disagreeing. Oh, the title was just rage bait. I know. I'm not an angry guy, bro. The only people I disagree with are stupid people. And that's because they say stupid things. But what else? I think Supergirl is gonna tease some kind of Brainiac movie because she's going to explore all through space. Why would Brainiac not run into her at some point or see her and then realize there's two Kryptonians alive? Why not? I think the message of Supergirl, because the whole book is about her being sad and getting revenge for some little girl that got her father kidnapped or something like that. I think the story for Supergirl should ascertain or be around the idea of Kara, while she is alone in the last of the Kryptonians, she should understand that she is actually more human than she originally thought. And she's more connected to humans rather than being Kryptonian. Like, she should acknowledge she's a Kryptonian first, but understand that the emotions she feels are human-esque. Like, that should be the question of her movie. In your opinion, who should James Gunn hire as Batman? I like Alan Richardson. He's big as hell. Like him and Batman's costume next to David Cornsweet. Those are my Batman and Superman, no cap. Although he's not that great of an actor, so I don't think he would be as good as we think. He's just big as hell. Supergirl might join the team after that. You think she gonna join the Heroes of Tomorrow? The niggas from like the 31st century? Can't wait to see Superboy Prime. I don't think we're getting that. That's a little too out there. What else? I feel the potential is limitless. I feel like the way he set it up is perfect. And niggas are saying Robert Pattinson should definitely be the Superman Batman. No. Robert Pattinson's like entire movie is grounded in reality. Everything that happens in the movie is something that could happen in real life. The Superman movie is way too comic booky. We need a Batman that matches that. I could not see Robert Pattinson fighting a kaiju in Metropolis. It just wouldn't make sense. I like Robert Pattinson and where he is in a crime saga as an actual detective. Our Batman, while he is a detective, should be cool first, detective second. I said it. I'm gonna be 1,000 with you. I think our Batman should be cool first, detective second. That is a clear distinction from Robert Pattinson and the mainline DCU Batman. The Robert Pattinson Batman is a real life depiction of some kind of vigilante, and our Batman should be a cool ass dude who happens to be a detective. Do you think we get a Justice League Dark? They already confirmed we're getting a Swamp Thing and something else. We're getting a Swamp Thing for sure. So it don't even really matter what my opinion is. We're getting a Justice League Dark. And I think Amanda Waller's team is just going to be Task Force M because she had them in Creature Commandos. DC needs to throw Batman. You mean the Authority? What about the Authority? Oh, the Authority. I think the Engineer should graduate from being Lex Luthor's henchman to her own fully fledged like hero. Because the Authority aren't bad people; they just kill people. I think the Superman sequel specifically should be Superman versus the Authority. No questions asked at all. We should get Superman showing people that old-fashioned kindness is better than what these people are providing. Superman should literally be the antithesis of anything Marvel. Marvel heroes are okay with killing. Superman should not be. And I feel like the Authority should be the test of that. I would love that. 1000. It should literally be Superman versus the Elite, but instead of the Elite, it's the Authority. And an extra hour longer for some backstory. People are saying Hal and Barry are gonna get killed off early. Kyle Chandler only signed a deal for one TV show, so he's definitely gonna die in Lanterns. And Barry might already be dead. Hal's supposed to be a grizzled version of himself. He's not like the wisecracker. You guys think DC Batman should be black or blue in the DCU? I want an Adam West style Batman, like a yellow logo, blue and gray. Just go full comic book with it. Why not? Our Superman looks good. Why can't Batman look like that? The black, like an Arkham suit, would go crazy. But honestly, I want to see the blue and gray suit. Please, give me blue and gray suit Batman with the yellow symbol in the middle. Why not? Why not? You could make that look cool. Blue and gray with trunks? No trunks. No trunks. I don't think Batman needs trunks. You gonna hate DC fans saying it's lame? Well, that's because them niggas didn't grow up on BTAS. I grew up on BTAS. DC Batman gotta go throw crazy martial arts hands. He should be able to do shit normal people can't do. Like CGI should carry that nigga's career. Or if they don't do blue and gray, they should do like a material that's like black at night, but in the daytime is blue to like appease both of us. And then just make most of his movies appear at night. And he's only blue during the day with the Justice League. That would fix the problem. I literally seen people saying they don't like the Superman because of his costume and because he wasn't depressing. That's because they don't know what Superman is. Stop listening to those people. They're ignorant. In your opinion, do you think Superman surpassed Man of Steel, so it's a better Superman movie? Yes. I love Man of Steel. I like it's a good movie. Man of Steel is a Superman though. This movie is Superman. Superman as a person. Bro, my nose. Superman as a person is Clark Kent and Kal-El. Clark Kent and Kal-El are a mixed being who live a messy life. They want to be in love with Lois, but they also need to save people. And all of that all the time, just like Spider-Man, clashes. That is what Superman is. And he always keeps a smile on his face. That's the whole point. Any nigga that thinks Man of Steel Superman is Superman is stupid. You don't listen to those people. They don't know what they're talking about. I'm not arguing with no nigga that thinks Henry Cavill is a better Superman than fucking David Cornsweat. Maybe in looks, but Henry Cavill was not Superman. That was not Superman. All right. I'm gonna end this here as a video. I just yapped for 30 minutes. Niggas gonna watch this and be like, this nigga just yapping. I don't care. I love Superman. If you did, you should definitely tell people about it. Tell people to go watch it. Support the brand. Buy whatever you want to buy. Just make sure you go see the movie. Superman is a great comic book movie, and it would be a shame if we don't get anything new from this because people are corny.